December is approaching fast, and yes, the list is a little shorter this time. But hey, quality over quantity, right? Now for something that affects us all: physics. And in Cloudheim, that goes double, because this one leans heavily into physics-driven gameplay. It's an action RPG and is set in a Norse mythology-inspired fantasy world, shattered by Ragnarok. But before you think, ugh, physics, relax. You won't have to compute the angular velocity of your island-sized turtle base, where friction can be ignored because it's obviously a flying turtle. No, Cloudheim's physics is simple. Throw stuff, destroy stuff, have fun. Every rock, pillar, and explosive barrel is a toy, and the game wants you to break things, knock down structures onto enemy swarms, fling creatures around, or kick opponents off cliffs. But why? Well, you're doing it at the god's request, to restore harmony, of course. The gameplay loop is simple. Venture out with up to 3 friends and explore procedurally shifting biomes, from frosty caverns to scorching deserts. Solve environmental puzzles, uncover secrets, and smash through hordes of enemies, who conveniently happen to be carrying exactly what you need: loot. Lots of it. After scavenging the spoils, it's time to return to your colossal turtle base, the Odin Shell, where the real creativity begins. You turn your scavenged loot into crafted weapons, tend to cooking stations, alchemy labs, and gardens, and even run a shop where NPCs line up to buy your creations. But these creations, especially the weapons, aren't just for sale. You can use them yourself, with different classes to choose from, recruitable companions that aid in battle, and your arsenal of own creations. The combat stays fresh for a long time. Progress is shared with everyone playing with you, so no one gets left behind. And if you want to see it in action, there's a Steam demo ready to test your destructive instincts firsthand. If Cloudheim sounded compelling, but Kilonophobia is holding you back, don't worry. With echoes of Elysium, you trade your sky turtle for a fully handcrafted airship. The game is being developed by veterans from studios like BioWare and Bethesda. And for a title all about the fantasy of living among the clouds, it's somehow been flying under the radar. You play as a sky pirate, starting small, scraping together resources on tiny sky islands, punching trees and disassembling robots for parts. But the hook hits fast. Your airship is your home, your base, and your ultimate expression of power. Well, at least it will be soon enough. Upgrades turn a flimsy starter skiff into a fully armed sky fortress. Reinforced hulls, cannons, energy weapons, and workstations stacked everywhere like a flying workshop. Similar to Raft, but without annoying sharks and way more options to express your creativity. Or you create one huge airship composed of 3 different parts. Hey, as long as it flies, we won't judge. The exploration loop is simple but rewarding. Hop off the ship with a jetpack, loot an island, and rush back before the local clockwork creatures shred your hull. Then craft your next crucial upgrade, like an absolutely must-have shiny figurehead. The combat mixes on-foot battles with air combat against rival ships or drones. Where the game really shines is co-op. Up to 6 players can crew a shared ship, dividing tasks like scavenging, building, and manning weapons during sky battles. There has been a demo during the last Steam Next Fest, and reception was very positive, praising the veteran dev level of polish and the freedom of building with stable multiplayer. Oh, and of course, there are countless ways to not just create, but also destroy your own ship. So grab a jetpack and see if you can survive the skies, or at least crash in style. Feed your Tamagotchi, lace up your Air Jordans, and grab your Blockbuster membership. We are going back in time, because Marvel Cosmic Invasion looks like it came straight out of a 90s arcade hall. At least we think it does. We're obviously not that old. The setting is as marvelous as it gets. Annihilus unleashes the deadly annihilation wave, threatening all life in the galaxy. You pick one of 15 heroes and fight your way from New York City's streets to Wakanda, Asgard, and beyond. The real hook is the cosmic swap system. You choose 2 characters per stage and can tag instantly for assists, hybrid attacks, or just save yourself when a dive kick goes horribly wrong. It adds a fun layer of planning without forcing anyone to study frame data. Each hero also has their own take on melee, ranged tools, and those glorious screen-clearing specials you earn by actually landing combos. Not that anyone actually does, but hey, the option is there. And you are not alone. Up to 3 friends can join your fight against the cosmic invasion. Whether that be on PC or console doesn't matter, as the game supports full crossplay and even old-school local couch co-op. And speaking of consoles, it will also be included in the Xbox Game Pass on launch. But since beat-em-ups live or die by how satisfying the controls feel, it helps that there's also a demo on Steam, so you can find out yourself. But the recent reviews are already very positive. So if you are into flashy tag team brawlers with nostalgic old-school arcade energy, this one might be worth keeping on your radar. If you can tell Forza from JDM, from CarX, and all the others out there, you're not alone. Even better, this next entry plays nothing like your typical racing game. It's all about momentum, playful physics, and fights for positions that feel less like sterile time trials and more like bumper-to-bumper combat. The art style fully embraces that idea too. Bright, cartoonish, and downright fun. Story-wise, it doesn't reinvent the wheel. You start in a beat-up garage with a humble Fiat 500 and work your way up to a full motorsport empire. Racers earn resources to upgrade your HQ, unlock boosts tied to your facilities, recruit drivers, and customize almost everything. Cars each have their own quirks and driving style, making every race feel a little different. It's easy to pick up, but hard to master perfect laps, with pit stops for fuel and tires adding just enough strategy without drowning you in telemetry. Tracks mix real-world circuits from Italy to Mexico, Japan, and more, with additional fictional tracks for extra fun. And while it offers a single-player mode, the multiplayer is where the game really shines. Up to 12 drivers can compete against each other, with leaderboards and the possibility to fill empty spots with AI. Especially the last part is crucial on the long run, when the player base eventually thins out, as you won't have to wait endlessly for that one missing player. A demo is already available if you want to taste firsthand. Reception has been overwhelmingly positive, with only minor complaints about aggressive AI and rubber banding. But if you prefer a more casual approach to racing, one that's accessible even for younger players, this is definitely a title to watch. Now, we've debated whether to include this next one at all, but our goal is to give you the full picture, especially when the picture is, let's call it, creatively ambitious. So let's start at the beginning. Ashes of Creation is finally coming to Steam after more than 8 years of development and countless delays. But more on that later. If you haven't been following this one, it is a high fantasy MMORPG where players literally rebuild the world. Instead of static hubs, towns rise or fall depending on what players do. Gathering, questing, trading, or, if you're feeling dramatic, launching full node sieges that wipe entire settlements off the map. It's the closest MMO concepts have come to feeling alive rather than pre-scripted. You start as an exile returning to the long-fallen realm of Vera and choose one of 8 archetypes, which can later be mixed into a second for over 60 class combinations. Exploration is at the core, with vast biomes, world bosses, ancient ruins, and dynamic events. Economy fans have their moment too. Crafting ties directly into player hubs, while politics also matter. Electing mayors, forming alliances, and watching guilds argue their way into power is half the entertainment. That said, there's a history here that makes caution reasonable. After raising nearly $3.8 million on Kickstarter back in 2017, there have been delays for almost every goal on an ever-shifting timeline. Alpha tests were always paid access only, costing around $100, with exclusive cosmetics totaling somewhere between $6,000 and $8,000. Early access now launches at almost $50, with a $15 subscription model on top. Combined with past delays and the ambitious scope, it's fair to wonder whether all promised systems will ever be fully implemented. Our concerns also include mega guild dominance, punishing gameplay for casual players, and the fact that Steam Early Access launches with their Alpha 2 build before traditional open beta phases. That said, if the hype has you hooked, wishlist away, but maybe give it some time to see if the vision holds up. So, did you find something to your liking? If not, don't worry, your perfect game is definitely out there, probably hiding in our previous monthlies. So make sure to subscribe so you never miss a preview ever again. We wish you tons of fun in co-op with your favorite people, and we will see you again in the next one.